Hey guys, it's your boy Dana T. Jones. In today's show, we're going to go over three key benefits of why it's important or why it's great to actually have your dealer's license, your car wholesale dealer's license. So, one of the great things is you can actually go to the auctions and buy cars from one auction, and you can actually do it like through simulcast or whatever. You can sell it through another auction. You don't even have to leave your home to do that. You can also go to the auto auction and buy a car wholesale and sell it to the general public. And another great reason why it's important that I've been doing right now, you can actually have a wholesale license. You can sign other dealers up under your dealership and you can get paid off of them as well. So stay tuned and I'm going to go over everything for you. Okay, guys. So once again, like I was saying, with the car dealership, I started off actually, that is what actually started me off in my real estate career because, back in the day, when cars were super duper hot, it's still hot because it's a hot commodity. I would actually sell cars every day, and that was like kind of like my everyday money. And I would take the money that I make from the cars and I would actually like kind of like invest that in real estate. And the real estate was like my savings. It was like my big WAPO because in order for a real estate deal to kind of go down, it takes like 30 days. So that would be like my savings. And I would go to the auto auctions like every day, and that would be like my everyday money. But just I guess kind of like cutting to the chase and letting you know the true benefits why it's good to have your wholesale license. So typically, you can actually, buy a car from the auto auction. Like one of the main auto auctions is like Manheim Auto Auction. So I used to go to Manheim and I would buy cars maybe like for like $5,000. And then the markup on those cars is anywhere from, so like a Honda Accord. So you're getting a Honda Accord, you're paying like $5,000 for that particular car. That same Honda Accord on a car lot is gonna be like $10,000. You can just go in and do like a quick sale because everybody nowadays, they always wanna get like the lowest price. You can sell it for like $7,000. So in that aspect, you're gonna make like $2,000 off of that car. And I live in a place such as like California right now. So, I do real estate real heavy, but I actually invest in the cars. And I have like, like my nephew, and because I love empowering people. So I have my nephew and a couple of his friends, they actually sell the cars for me. So you figure right now in the car industry, we're selling like 5 cars a week. So off the average of any of those cars, we're making anywhere from like 2,000 to like 3,000 per car. So you can pretty much do the math. It's not even that hard right there. So you can actually, like I said, you can go to the auto auction or you can actually sit at home on your computer and you can actually, once you get your license, you can sign up and you can look and say, okay, I see this Honda Accord coming through and, it has 102,000 miles on it. It tells you everything about the car. It says it has a scratch over here, this, that, and the third. So it gives you every detail to that car right there. So you can actually buy the car with confidence. And then because with a vehicle, you're always going to need a vehicle, especially like in a place such as LA that's so big, you don't want to catch the major transportation. So you would buy that particular car and you would actually, you would put the car on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. There's like so many different places that you would put it out there. So then what happens is once you actually buy the car and sell a car, like I said, the average price point is like $2,000. You actually take that right there, the money you made from that car, and you actually go buy another car. So you kind of like repeat the cycle. So it actually takes me back to like, when I was like living in Baltimore. So, a lot of people, they saw me doing it. So he was like, hey Dana, man, you're moving and shaking, you're selling these cars. How can I get down? So I was like, okay, I would take people to the auction. So that's another way. So even if want to get into this industry and you don't even have the funds to actually start up or you don't have the funds to buy the car because everybody might don't have 5,000 or $7,000 laying around. You can actually, like I just said, you can actually put an ad on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and you can, like, do a filler. So you can actually, put an ad out for like a BMW or Honda Accord or something like that. And then when somebody calls and say, hey, I'm calling about the Honda Accord. Oh, okay. We just sold that, but you know what? I can actually take you to the auction and you can go there and you can pick out your own vehicle. So that's a way that you can actually take a client to the auction and they can actually pick it out themselves. You don't have to come out of pocket with no money, and you can still make like, I mean, off of that deal, you might don't make 2,000, but you'll make like $1,000. I mean, that's pretty good though to make $1,000 for your time for just taking like at the auction, you would be there for like maybe like 3 to 4 hours tops. So to make $1,000 in like 4 hours, I mean, I would say that's pretty good. And then as long as you're getting like a, a great vehicle, and it's going to be a great vehicle because the client actually picked it out. So what's going to happen is they're going to actually refer you to another person. And then, you would take that other person to auction. So you make another $1,000. You take another person to auction, you make another $1,000. So then you kind of like save your money up from taking people to the auction. And then therefore you would actually buy your own car. So then once you buy your own car, like I said, you can put it on the internet to sell it, or you can just run it through like another auction. And that's like the true benefits of it because, cars are always going to be in a high demand, especially right now in these inflationary periods. Like the car market is like, it shot up. The real estate market shot up. The car market shot up. Everything is like super duper high. So everything is like in like high demand. So it's always a good time to get something when it's in demand, or even when it's not in high demand, it's always a good time. So people say, a saying before, they say how, sometimes a person can be a jack of all trades and a master of none. So with selling cars in the real estate, I kind of say, I'm not even a jack of all trades because, selling the cars, I can actually do it like while I'm doing real estate. I can do it, from my computer. I don't know it. I never have to leave the office or anything like that. And I can just make deals like that. But then what I've been doing lately, not even lately, because I've been doing this for like maybe like 10 years. So like I said, when I used to always go to the auction, people always, they see how I move, how I shake and bake, and they actually want to be a part of that. So what I started doing was I was like, you know what? Instead of me charging you to buy a car, if you want, I can actually show you how to be your own dealer. So that's like so that's like a so I mean, it helped me out because it's like I can help like empower a person and create another entrepreneur. So it feels good when you're kind of like showing somebody how they can create wealth and they can be their own boss. So what I would do is I would sign them up for like, anywhere from like back in the day it was like 2,500, but right now it's like 3,000. So $3,000 a month. I mean, not $3,000 a month, but it's a $3,000 setup fee. So I would sign you up for $3,000. You can have your own dealer auction. You have the ability to create any wealth that you want. So you can go to the over 100 dealership, over 100 dealer auctions in all the 51 states. You can do that. You can actually be able to take people to the auction and all that. So you would pay $3,000 for the sign up. You pay $200 a month. And then you figure, that's kind of like a minimal investment because you figure if you paid 3,000 to sign up under the dealership, then you actually could take somebody to the auction or you can actually buy and sell your own car. So with that right there, you have the ability to make anywhere from like 10 to like $30,000 a month. And one thing about selling cars is, I mean, that's with anything that you do, the income is going to pretty much come from you. So whatever you put into anything is what you're going to get out of it. So like I told some people, I signed a couple guys up and one of them, I think he made like 6,000 in a month. But it's like, his drive and his zeal was a little different, I would call him like, "Hey, what's going on, man? What are you doing?" "Hey, I'm hiking." "And you hiking? Hold up, it's 12 o'clock in the middle of the day." "Yeah, man, I gotta get this me time." I mean, yeah, I can understand that. But it's like in a Monday through Friday kind of like work shift time or whatever, you can, kind of like go hiking like early in the morning or like late at night. That's how I kind of like see success. So I actually kind of gauged and I saw that guy right there who, he was living a free life and just doing it like, on the side, like a side hustle, and he would make like 6,000 a month. But then I had my other guy, my other little mentee that I signed up. This guy, he's rocking and rolling. He's making anywhere from like 20 to $30,000 a month off of just selling cars. Like his strategy is, like I said, he's building his legs up because he's actually signing people up under the dealership. So I'm giving him incentive off of that as well. But then he's like rocking and rolling. He's buying like 5 cars at a time, and he's going through. I think he's selling like 12 cars a month. So he places like a lot of ads on like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and he's just like, he put cars on Instagram and does all the little funny reels and stuff like that with it. So he's like on fire. So it's like that's why I always like tell everybody like you are truly the director of your own movie because he actually manifests and he saw that he saw the opportunity in this and he said that he can actually, scale it and take it to the next level. So that's like another great thing. So even with me saying my mentee scale and take that to the next level and make the income that he makes like each month, I said, you know what? Instead of, me signing people up under the dealership, because I'm always thinking, I'm a thinker. So that's why, I mean, I wake up every day like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I have to do like a lot of business over East Coast and I live over West Coast. So me waking up at 5 is like it's 8 o'clock there. So I feel like I'm like, 3 hours like behind. So in my thought process, I said, okay, I can still continue to sign people up and let them get their dealer license. But how about if I just, just show them how they can actually set up their own dealership and they can sign people up under them. So that's what I've been doing like lately, and it feels good. I just did that like last month. I think I did it for 3 people. So it's great because you figure under any car dealership, once you actually have your own one, you can sign up 100 people. You do the math. So if you sign up 100 people for $3,000, that's $300,000. And to start your own dealership is only going to run you like $12,000. So you kind of like do the math. That's like a $288,000 return on your investment. So that's like net. And then you still get the residual income because everybody has to pay the monthly fee to be on a dealership. So I said that's like a no-brainer. And that's what I kind of, got my hustle from. My zeal is from selling the cars. So that's something that's going to innately always be in me. Is like, I mean, the Lord gave me the know-how to get the dealer license. So it's almost like, if everybody else wants to have the knowledge, and I don't mind sharing the knowledge. I don't mind sharing the wealth because you figure there's so much money out here in the world. So it's almost like in life, it's almost like the more that you give, it's like the more that the Lord is going to give you back. So you always have to be a good giver. And that's one thing about business. And that's why I thank the Lord for my blessings. I believe like that's a big pivotal key to my success because I'm always giving, I'm always teaching, I'm always showing. Because it's almost like, say you went to the restaurant and then, and you're super hungry, you're super full. Man, I ate all this food. I ate it super duper fast. I'm full. Then how can you eat the dessert? So it's almost like, don't eat until you get so full. You gotta wait, you gotta relax, you gotta get some of it out you, and then you get that good dessert in. So that's how I look at it in business. You have to give, 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 give. You gotta be a go-giver. And then the more you're a go-giver, the more the Lord is going to bless you. So, that's why I'm able to do like multiple businesses at one particular time because I can actually like scale them up. I can put the right people in place to run these businesses and everything a runner is own. So I hope everything was great and you guys got a lot of information out of today's segment. So, like I said, once again, it's all about, the key factors that we went over is you can get your car dealer license to go to the auto auction so you can sell cars through other auto auctions. You can actually take somebody to the dealer's auction and buy them a car. You can buy a car from the dealer's auction and put it on the internet and sell it. Or you can either sign somebody up under your license and make money off of them, or you can actually create wealth and show somebody how they can actually build their own dealership up. So if you have any other questions or you need any other help with this, just feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at dana.tjones or hit me on my website, danatjones.com. Talk to you soon.